big muscle. But when it comes to the Most High and Yahushua, you can call them whatever you want to call them. We don't have their names, but make sure you making sure that you get their name and their title correct. But when it comes to the Most High and Yahushua, you can call them whatever you want to call them. We don't have their names, but make sure you get our names right, or else we're going to get this big muscle-bound gorilla over here to whoop your ass and to intimidate you. That's how they're moving. You better get their title and their name correct. Ben Israel, I believe it is that they call themselves, if I'm not mistaken. But the Most High knoweth your hearts. Ben Israel, okay, the Elder Hawad brought it up. But the Most High knoweth your hearts. See, and that's the key. The Lord tries the reins of the heart to see what your innermost thoughts are. For that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of the Most High. Right. Because this, what did Yahushua say? When you do this work, when you do these things, do them so that men can see your works and glorify your heavenly Father, which is in heaven. That's what they're doing, is not for the glorification of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right. And that's why the Apostle Paul, cursed individuals out about teaching his word for filthy lucre's sake. Look, Yahushua told the disciple, don't take no purse with you. Don't worry about it. The script, nothing, none of that. Because the labor is worthy of his hire. The people are going to take care of you regardless. And I want to just play this real quick because I want to ask if y'all brothers can hear this.
Open up. Oh, you said somebody challenged me to a debate.
We're putting out an open challenge to anybody who's credible, of a high reputation and status in the Israelite community. We got $1,000 for you to debate.
Okay, cool. So now I know how to do it.
Against our stance on this.
And now I know how to do it. Okay, so I got it now. So how to do it? I figured it out. Spirit kind of worked with me. I figured it out. So I just wanted to know that. So that's why they're doing it. They're not doing it for the glorification of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. It's for their aggrandizement or their uplifting, or them being put up on a pedestal. And that is the worst place you want to be at. Remember, Yahweh said, you sit in Moses' seat. The day which are last shall be first, and the first shall be last. So you don't want to be put up on that pedestal. Wait for the Lord, and the Lord will deliver us in due time. The Lord will, put us in the position that we're supposed to be in due time. But they don't want to wait for due time. Matter of fact, let me use this one here. I believe that's in Galatians. Nope. Right here, 1 Peter 5:6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. See? So the Lord is going to be the one that's going to do the exalting in due time. What does due time mean? The appropriate time, the set measure, the right measure. When the time is correct, because it's not going to be out of time. It's not going to be out of season. It's going to be right on time. Kairos, due measure of time, a larger or smaller portion of time, hence a fixed and definite time. See, so there's going to be the right time when the Lord will exalt each individual in due time. But that which is highly esteemed among men is abomination in the sight of the Most High, as we read here in Luke 16:18. Okay. So let's go from there to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 3, verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You see? But these guys, stuff like this, they miss the whole thing because it's all about that feeding that megalomaniac spirit, feeding that narcissistic spirit, feeding that lust for power, that preeminence, that lust for preeminence, as we read in 3 John 3 and around the 9th verse. It says to be fond of being first, ambitious of distinction, love to have the preeminence or have that first seat or that first place. And what we should be striving for is what? Salvation. Yahushua said, he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. All right. And this is why you had guys like Alexander the Coppersmith, which the Apostle Paul said that did me much evil. He said he resisted our words. So everything that the Apostle Paul taught, this individual resisted it. So that leads us into Philippians, the first chapter. We'll start at 9. The point is a little further down. And this I pray, that your love may abound yet more and more in knowledge and in all judgment. Don't worry about what position you are. Did not the disciples argue about that? Didn't they argue about that? Who is greater than this, that, and the other? And Yahushua said, look, the child, bring a child. Unless you become as a child, you will not enter into the kingdom. So all that fussing and fighting on who's the first and all, look, don't worry about that. Those positions are already set. In the book of Psalms, I believe it's 132nd chapter, if not the 122nd, if I'm not mistaken. It says that there are set thrones. Everyone has their position already set. And they will be placed in that position in due time. If an individual is in the wrong seat, guess what? They're going to be moved, whether they be moved upwards or downwards. It all depends on where they're at, what position they're in. So don't worry about that. Guys worrying about, damn, look, I want to be called the elder, man. I didn't put in 6 months. I want to be called an elder. I'm tired of just being a lonely soldier. I'm tired of getting my plate last. I want some rank so I could, because if you got it like that, you got it like that. Don't worry about that shit. The Lord's going to put you in the right position in the right time. Not before. Beautiful. The brother Wapit of Psalms 122 and 5. For there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. That's right. Worrying about some goddamn rank. And that's one thing the ranking that we got was, we didn't really get that much rank, and we didn't give a shit about that. The apostles wasn't on that. Apostle Gabar and Apostle Rakai had the same rank schmenk. I think the furthest we got, I think at one time was what? Soldiers of 1,000 or something like that. If that, we didn't give a shit about that. That didn't mean anything. We were just happy to be here. We were just happy to do the work. We were just happy, to still be partakers of the truth. And that the Lord was having mercy on us for that purpose. The ranking system is really only supposed to be set up to keep order. That's why you have the Ephesians 4 and 11, which is the 411 on the different offices that are used to edify the church and to continue to keep the church, in the same spirit, same unity, the same mind with the sound doctrine, and to constantly abound and increase. It says that you may approve things that are excellent, that you may be sincere and without offense till the day of Yahushua. By what? By the knowledge of this truth, not by your position and bucking for having the preeminence, salivating, on the side of your jaw because you looking. I almost got that head seat. Damn, just missed it. Maybe next time. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Inside joke. Being filled with the fruits of righteousness, not envy, strife, bucking for power, And you've always had that spirit there for the longest. Guys depressed because they can't, they didn't make it to be a general yet or whatever, which are by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach unto the glory and praise of who? The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai are going to get their glory before we get ours. And that is the right way of passage. Yahweh Shai hasn't been glorified yet. So why would you want to be glorified in a cesspool when Yahweh Shai hasn't got his glory yet? Fully. And he deserves it, Philippians 1:12. But I would you should understand, brethren, that the things which happen unto me have fallen out rather unto the furtherance of the gospel. That's all the afflictions and tribulations the Apostle Paul went through. So that my bonds in Yahweh Shai, because we are prisoners of Yahweh Shai, are manifest in all the palace and in all other places. Right? People know all of the hardships that the Apostle Paul went through. It says, and many of the brethren in the Lord waxing confident by my bonds. Right? And that's why we speak about our past experiences in the truth, whether it was afflictions, trials, tribulations, being locked up for the word, losing, whether it was jobs or family members or wife or children or whatever, to help those that may be newer in the faith, that may be going through these similar things, to help strengthen them in the spirit. You see? It says, and much more bold to speak the word without fear, right? Because if you have no examples of what it is to suffer for the truth, then when things come up, you may get offended. You see? It says, some indeed preach Yahweh Shai of envy and strife, see? And some also of goodwill. So you have those that are preaching the Lord Yahweh Shai of envy and strife. And you have those that are preaching them of goodwill. And you're seeing the bickering, going back and forth, and the bucking for position and trying to get up in that top position. And that's why certain individuals try to befriend others that are higher up in positions and have, avenues where they can make all kind of money, because they're trying to get a piece of the pie. It says, the one preach Yahweh Shai of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bond. So they look, as the Apostle Paul is going to say, whether you're teaching in sincerity or you're teaching in contention, Yahweh Shai is going to be glorified anyways. And the Apostle Paul said that he rejoices in both, because both of these things have to happen, because Yahweh Shai said it best. It is impossible but that offenses must come, but woe to him by whom the offense cometh. So the scriptures must be fulfilled. You have to have both examples. Now, when we look up this word contention, the word there is erithia, electioneering or intriguing for office, which we read earlier, about strife. Apparently in the New Testament, a courting distinction, a desire to put oneself forward. We just read that. Then we read about, which the word, another word was strife. Contention, strife. It's all about advancing. You get used to, like a drug dealer or someone